Hi, my name is Kaylee Roberts, and this is Mathcast number 2. The intended audience is grade 4. The learning objective is to express metric capacity measurements in terms of a smaller unit, model and solve addition and subtraction word problems involving metric capacity from Module 2, Topic A, Lesson 3. First, let's look at some vocabulary. The first word is metric system. It is a system of measurement based on tens. The metric system uses meters, and that measures length. It also uses liters, which measures capacity like liquids. In this picture, we have a jug, and it has 3 liters of liquid in it. And lastly, the metric system uses grams, which measures weight or mass. In the imperial system, which is the measurement system we use in America, meters would be like inches, feet, yards. Liters, we would use cups, gallons, pints, and for grams we would use pounds, ounces, or tons. We can use the saying, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk when converting between units in the metric system. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk stands for kilo, hecto, deca, base unit, which is our meters, liters, and grams, deci, centi, and milli. These units are what the metric system is composed of. Kilo is our largest unit, and milli is our smallest unit. When going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, we multiply by tens because there are more of the smaller unit than there are of the larger unit. And when we're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, we're going to divide because there are less of the larger unit than there are of the smaller unit. Each time that we either multiply or divide by 10, we're shifting the decimal place 1 point. This might be a little confusing right now, but it will make more sense after we do some problems. Let's start off by completing this conversion table. First, let's write out our saying to help us. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. In this chart, we're going to compare liquid capacities, which are measured in liters. That means that liters is going to be our base. In the chart, it gives us the amount of liters, and it wants us to find how many milliliters there are. Or it gives us the milliliters and wants us to find how many liters there are. It gave us the first one and says that 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. That means we're going to start at our base unit, which is liters. We're going to multiply it by 10, multiply by 10, and multiply by 10 to get us to the milliliters. So 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. Makes sense because 10 times 10 is 100, times 10 is 1,000, and we multiplied by 10 1, 2, 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. So if we have 5 liters and we want to know how many milliliters we have, we're going to do the same thing. Multiply by 10 3 times, and that means that we're going to move our decimal 3 times over, which is going to be 5,000 milliliters. If we have 38 liters and we want to find the milliliters, we're going to swoop to the right 3 times, move our decimal 3 points, multiplying by 10 3 times, and we're going to get 38,000 milliliters. This time it gives us how many milliliters we have, which is 49,000. So I'm going to start at milliliter, and I want to get to our base unit, which is liters. So we're going to swoop to the left once, twice, 3 times. Or we're going to divide by 10 3 times. 54 liters. We need milliliters. We know that we have to swoop 3 times to the right, multiplying by 10 3 times, going 3 decimal places, which is 54,000 milliliters. And our last one, going from milliliters to liters, we already know we're going to move 3 decimal places to the left, dividing by 10 3 times, and we're going to have 92 liters. Now it asks us to convert from liters and milliliters to only milliliters. This means we're going to have to turn our liters into milliliters and add it together. For A, we have 2 liters, 500 milliliters. This means we're going to have to change our 2 liters into milliliters. So since liter is our base and we need to get to milliliters, we're going to move our decimal to the right 3 points and multiply by 10 3 times. So if we have 2 liters, we know that we have 2,000 milliliters plus our 500 milliliters, which means that 2 liters, 500 milliliters equals 2,500 milliliters. Our next one, we have 70 liters, and we have to multiply by 10 3 times, moving our decimal to the right 3 times, which gives us 70,000 milliliters plus our 850 milliliters, which is going to give us 70,850 milliliters. C, we have 30 liters. We're going to multiply by 10 3 times, giving us 30,000 plus 15 milliliters. We're going to have 30,015 milliliters. For D, we have 2 liters. Move to the right 3 decimal places, plus 8 milliliters, which gives us 2,008 milliliters. E, we have 3,812 milliliters. We need to find how many liters there are and how many milliliters. So we're going to go from our meters to our base unit, which is liters. So we're going to move 3 decimal places to the left, dividing by 10 3 times. So we're going to move our decimal place to the left 3 times, and we have 3 liters, 812 milliliters. And we're going to do the same thing for F, 86,003 milliliters. We have to find how many liters and milliliters. So we're going to move our decimal place to the left 3 times, dividing by 10 3 times, and we have 86 liters and 3 milliliters. For our last question, it says, Petra's fish tank contains 9 liters, 578 milliliters of water. If the capacity of the tank is 12 liters, 455 milliliters of water, how many more milliliters of water does she need to fill the tank? Let's draw this out using a strip diagram. We know that Petra's tank holds 12 liters, 455 milliliters. And right now she has 9 liters, 578 milliliters of water in it. And we need to find how much water she needs to add to fill the entire tank in milliliters. First, let's change all of our units to milliliters. First, let's do 12 liters with 445 milliliters. To turn our 12 liters into milliliters, we're going to go 3 decimals to the right, multiplying by 10 3 times, which gives us 12,000 plus our 445 milliliters, and that gives us 12,445 milliliters. Now, when we do our 9 liters, we're going to go from liters to milliliters, and we're going to move our decimal to the right 3 times again, giving us 9,000 plus our 578 milliliters, which gives us 9,578 milliliters. Now we're going to subtract these two to find how much water is needed to fill it completely. After we subtract 9,578 from 12,445 milliliters, we're left with 2,877 milliliters. And that's how much water is needed to fill the entire tank. Thanks for watching, and these are my resources.